Pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Rams. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out in the tackle and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Looking to throw. McLaughlin under pressure, and they got to him again. Jerome Baker in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up.
And it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he will find Atwell. That's complete. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Flushed out right. And he's got his target, Harris. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Akers. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. McLaughlin. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 2. Tua going to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 78 yards. And the Dolphins on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why?
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Off play action. McLaughlin. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Operating from the gun, McLaughlin. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Play action. Now it's Tua. Steps away. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And that will be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
On 1st down, McLaughlin. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. McLaughlin, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. On the give, this is Akers. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be 3rd down now with still a long way to go to get to the 1st down marker. Back to throw. McLaughlin. To the right side and complete to Atwell. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play there for L.A. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A handoff left. McCaffrey able to power through. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Able to fight through one tackle. And he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Miami.
Let's go. 60 men. 60 men.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua on the move to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. And that's on Austin Jackson, 1st-round pick in 2020. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Not much there, only a yard.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Tutu Atwell. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jalen Smith in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Harris. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line. Looking to throw. McLaughlin. Open man is Atwell. Complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 3 yards the gain there. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3. I got number 23. I got you, 23.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flush to his right. Evades the tackler and now some space. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. McLaughlin. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep it.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 72 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. McLaughlin. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Come on. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Watch the pass. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Going up top for Kupp. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. On the ground with a tight end. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd and 12, Tua. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Tua going to run the sneak. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Tua Tagovailoa keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control. So he's able to sneak it in, and credit to the guys up front.
Oh, without a doubt, because they have the leverage on this play. We always talk about low man wins and one-on-one battles. That's exactly what happened there. Their offensive line lower than the defensive front.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. The 20. Touchdown, LA. Tutu Atwell with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams do gain a bit of respectability. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage, and that's exactly what he got done there.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up. Incomplete. Second and 10.
Mike 42, Mike 42. Get the ball.
To throw again. McLaughlin forced out to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Tutu Atwell. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And the lead is down to 24. After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Oh, good return up past the 30. Still going. And he finally runs out of gas, but not before he's inside the 10-yard line.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure they thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Sliding out of the pocket to the goal line, but it's incomplete. But the passing game right now for them not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Mike 42, Mike 42. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 23, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will extend this big lead.
Rams 21. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has. And now here's another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal.
So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Man left, man left. 4 down, check.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. It's the fullback. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Touchdown, Rams! Jacob Harris, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by Nagar is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Tua. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
It's taken to the 26.
Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Throwing on first down. McLaughlin. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Throwing again. McLaughlin. He's going to take another shot here. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Rolling to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. The Dolphins on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Oh, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, this has not been going the way that he thought prior to the game. Probably figured he'd be able to throw a few more downfield, but he's having to run around for his life back there. They've already gotten to him a number of times. They'll keep coming after him in the pass rush. My advice, shorter passes. Get the ball out of your hand.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams. scores as they fail here on 4th down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Tua now on 1st down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Sanders on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
69, Rams 35. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Let's just be frank, they're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. That one looks like he'll throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Tua now on 1st down. And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Dolphins, they get a 6th win of the season to go with their 10 losses.